Basically, I'm going to be talking about three areas, as Brother Khalid was saying, and other people have also opined. We should all have this cooperative things because there are not enough Islamic schools. So it's not really competitive between us eight or any more, because most decisions are made on transportation. So we should share best practices. So I'm mentioning this too, that we also have a waiting list. However, we are going through an area expansion, which is one thing I'm going to talk about. And the area expansion will, of course, give us more ability, expanding some activities, expanding the classes. We already, I think, in KG or nursery, we have 2 sections. So maybe we will expand into more. And of course, something that I'm really excited about is the expansion giving us science labs. Now, science is very important, and as the sister was mentioning about Aqidah through science, and we'll talk about it later, it is like the first year I was teaching science at an Islamic school, I was very excited. Oh, this is like, I'm going to tell that science and Islam are not, at loggerheads with each other and so on and so forth. But then I realized that science, after the first year, science actually builds Aqidah, exactly, and I realized it by experience. But let me mention that most science labs, and I have reviewed other public schools in the Bay Area, and it seems even despite our technology, our science labs are mostly gathered around innovation, which is good. Science outside, which is good. But if we need to get them college and career ready, as the cliche says, we need to have formal labs. Formal labs in which they learn how to investigate using the modern lab tools. About tarbiyah is something, and I would like to recommend just to share with all of you, because I keep doing that. This is the tarbiyah, or the professional development of teachers. Please read, every teacher, read entirely through Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the teacher. And there are many with this title, but what I'm referring is Abdul Fattah Abu Ghudda. Some of you may already know that. But please make a note. If I was like a school director, I would say every teacher needs to go through that, because that teaches us the Sunnah way of learning. In science also, we are going through what I call Ilm Academy and Ilm Inspiration moments. Inspiration moments are when in each subject a teacher can inculcate or integrate Islamic values. I'll be glad to answer some questions on how that is done, but I just want to introduce this, that as my great friend from Brother Fahim there has said, and I often quote you, that a teacher has to be a juggler. So you not only have to have a formal training, but you have to look for inspiration moments during your teaching to teach values, inshallah. We are also looking into making a curricula integrating in each subject the values of virtue and the skills for success in deen and dunya as well. And this is something that we should all share with schools, homeschooling parents, and organizations. SEL, which many of you know, is called Social Emotional Learning. There is a similar program that I'm developing called Sunnah Exemplary Learning, the ways of the Prophet ﷺ. And you can cull that all from the book Abdul Fattah Abu Ghudda, Muhammad the teacher. That's all I have to say, and I'll be glad to answer any questions. What Sister Sina was referring to, you can see some of the publications that the children have made. And the artwork that is done on those covers are all done by the students of Ilm Academy. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair.